In my heart there lies no defeat, but in my bosom a triumphant and rhythmic beat. And while my spirit dances with gladness, I'm quick to recall the sound of blackness. I hear the moaning and the wailing of native Africans held captive on ships sailing, as though it were my youth of yesterday, whispering truths to ears in dark dismay. The long, persistent motherland call of anxious hope and justice for all, as though it beckoned from higher heights. I hear the songs of silhouette nights. That disdainful whip, the startling crack, the sound of 50 lashes to my brother man's back. We listen to hate's hypocrisy, its rhetoric on religion, and pray for deliverance complete with wisdom. I hear Harriet's footsteps and her hushing sacred sounds, as she walked without fear in search of freedom grounds. To lead as many captives safely to northern light, her saggy spirit never gave up the fight. The sighs of relief at a feeling finally come, freedom at last for us, the worst of sins to some. But the surprise and shock of a divided nation came the long lyrics of an overdue slave land emancipation. The endless cheering must have been loud, while those who stood free made their ancestors proud. And an old African's dream really did come true, in a nation where his people were brought to be subdued. Dr. King shouted, free at last, and his dream of a promised land did come to pass. The sit-ins, the marches, and the demand for equal rights were necessary for those freed in darkness and the prime of light. So in my daily living, I do not dare ignore the sounds, but am honored that my ancestors were strong and freedom bound. When fellow men can remember the truth about this sadness, pause to share with them one of the many sounds of blackness.